Okay, so we're back with a very exciting episode because sometimes your teacher has to be on your podcast, and that's okay. So these students of Hear Me Out, they record a podcast where they pick a different theme, a different topic, and each episode they submit it to their official tier list ranking. And they sure do not talk beforehand, because when you hear these guys discuss it, they have some opinions, but at the end of the day, they figure out where things fall. And wherever they fall, they fall. And sometimes you'll be surprised where the rankings are. Sometimes things are kind of expected, but they go through a variety of different topics. It could be food. It could be habits. It could be movies. It could be movie services. There's so much more. But in this episode, we're going to talk all about school behavior and how students act. And maybe 10 years from now, when you're looking back in the past and how things were in middle school and high school, they'll say, oh, I used to do that. Oh, man. Well, in this episode, we're going to find it all out and we're going to rank it. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it along to these guys.
On this episode of Hear Me Out, some of our teachers of Herricks Middle School rank annoying student habits.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Hear Me Out. I'm Matthew, and with me as always is Shai.
Hi.
And Sid. Hi. Each week we make tiers on different topics. This is episode 005 for March 6th, 2025.
In this episode, you can expect a tier list of most annoying student habits by Miss Glauda.
Hi.
And Mr. Heit.
Hey.
So Miss Glauda and Mr. Heit, in this episode, you'll be required to rank some annoying student habits from tiers S to F. So get ready for a fun podcast where you can remove all your frustration.
Oh, man, this is rough because I feel like we would never say anyone's annoying. So this is going to be hard for us, I'm sure.
Sure.
All right, we're going to subject ourselves to this, but we'll see what you guys have to offer, and we'll do our best. We'll see where these different categories are.
And if this is your first time listening to Hear Me Out, this is a podcast where we rank items on different topics. And be sure to check out our last episode where we rank the games from the popular Netflix show, Squid Games.
Okay, so like the last episode and every other future episode, we will have the rankings S, A, B, C, D, and F. S being the most annoying and F being not so. Sid, can you please list the student habits we're ranking today?
Sure, the student habits that we're ranking are 1. Wearing AirPods, cheating on a test, hiding a phone behind a laptop/Chromebook, playing games on your laptop, wearing hoodies, shouting answers or like random noises, asking to leave early for like lockers, bathroom, etc., TikTok dances, missing work,
Oh, there's so many.
asking for bathroom, slang words, eating in the class, touching each other, complaining about homework, and having to repeat yourself.
Man, this is like I feel like you've done your homework. There's so many things that you've mentioned here today that are going to be
Actually, one of the things here is not doing our homework.
Okay.
Not doing your homework.
Not doing your homework. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, we have a lot to discuss on this topic. Shai, why don't you start us off?
Sure. So first up, we've got AirPods in class.
Okay, so I would like to start this off, right? It's not that annoying. Like, they're just listening to music in peace. Like, why don't you just let them be? It's only like slightly one ear they're listening to.
Yes, but in the one ear, is it on volume like 10 out of 10 and they can't hear me when I'm speaking?
I think it sort of like okay, so not to drop back to like the 90s, but like in the 90s people started wearing these like little headphone things, like ear pod things, and they would walk around the grocery store and always be like talking to their phone, and it would be like so irritating to see people with a thing poking in. So I think a lot of people from my generation are probably thinking about that, but I will say that something about it does scream like I'm sort of like not interested in what you have to say. So I don't love it. It irks me a little bit because it feels like they're not listening at all. What do you think?
For me, it depends on what we're doing. If
Yeah.
they're doing like group work and they're like, can we just, as long as it's connected to the Chromebooks, we have, phones aren't my favorite thing. I'm fine with it. But if I'm teaching, it's kind of like a disrespect kind of vibe for me, because just the same thing, like I think you're trying to pay attention to something that you like more versus the class.
I also have a question too. Do you, this is from your perspective, because I see kids sharing AirPods all the time. How often do kids wear AirPods just for like sakes of like wearing them and not actually having sound coming out of them?
A lot.
Oh, it's like a look, like a
Yes.
Like, has it become a comfort thing?
Yeah.
like they're flexing by wearing their AirPod in one ear.
Yeah. But also knowing a lot of the kids at the school, they're probably either listening to Disney music or rap music.
That is quite.
It's one or the other.
That's quite a difference.
Quite a disparity right
So-
there.
All right. Should we? Would you want us to start ranking first?
You're the only two who.
Oh,
put out a
really?
rank. Yeah, we don't decide.
All right. So then I'm gonna say
S is the most annoying.
I'm kind of a C.
What is it? S.
It goes S A B C D F.
So there's no E.
Maybe a B.
I feel like I'm a C.
I'm a C because there's times where I don't really care.
There are times when I
Yeah.
really don't really care, and there are some kids that really can. What's the term?
Like handle the.
Yeah, like use it like.
They can use it
Appropriately.
appropriately, and I can tell they're still listening.
Yeah. But this is a problem now because now Shai has me thinking that every time I see someone with an AirPod on, I have to make the decision in my head if it's Disney or if it's hip hop.
Ooh, that can be a fun new game. Disney or hip hop?
Disney or hip hop. Okay, that's the new game that we're gonna play in the hallway. All right, love it. So wait, you said a C?
Yeah, C for
All
me.
right, so I think that averages out to a C, right? I guess because C is C.
All right, next habit: cheating on a test.
That's sad.
It's sad, but I will say there have been times where it honestly made me feel more sad than annoyed because you could tell the kid just wanted to do so well
Yeah.
that was their last piece of like hope.
Like when all else fails.
But then there's other kids that you're just like, bro, you don't even pay attention. So at this point,
Yeah, I feel like too. Like the thing is like in middle school, like obviously, except for like a Regents class, like we almost want the kids to fail with us if they're gonna fail because like it gives them a chance to like just get better and kind of know what they're made of. So like in a way, it kind of makes me sad to see the cheating thing because when that becomes the last resort, it's like, oof, I wish we could have kind of worked in this in some way. But I don't know. What are you gonna want if that is?
if I had to rank it, honestly, I'd say it's like a D or a C for me because it's more of the sad aspect.
Yeah,
And when it comes to it, it's not so much annoying because as a teacher, if someone cheats, it's kind of like it's either like they get a 0 or you make a new test and they retake it.
yeah. But one thing that I think that it was probably more in that category, which is annoying, I would say, if we could mix this into the category, is like when students walk out of a class and then kids have the same test like later on that day, and then they're like, "Oh, what was on the test? What was on it?" And you're like, "Dude, come on, it's so
Yeah.
unfair because you're putting the people that took the test first at such a disadvantage." And then you're gonna go and you're gonna be like, "Oh, I totally know what was on there." That's not.
And then the annoying thing is, as a
That's
teacher,
annoying.
you're like, do I have to make 4 different tests now?
And the answer is maybe, because you'll
Maybe.
never know.
How would you rank it?
So I didn't actually give an answer, did I? All right, so I'm going to say if I mix it into the same category as people asking what's on the test, which I think is sort of like a weird form of cheating,
Yeah.
then I'm going to move it up to I'm going to say B because I think that we're better here than that. So would you say you said D?
Yeah.
So average out of C? C it is. We're in a lot of C's.
I got it. Okay, so next up is something I think most of the schools probably guilty of, which is hiding a phone behind a Chromebook or something like that.
Or their lab. Like, is it obvious?
Oh, it's so obvious.
No one genuinely just stares at their lap.
Exactly. And like, do you
Okay,
guys...
to be honest, I don't think it's that obvious because I've seen it quite a bit and the teachers just does not know.
Maybe. I'm sure people get past things all the time. But there's also the category of things like when like we're in the middle of doing something and we're like, I can't deal with this right now. So sometimes maybe we see it and don't say anything. But yeah, I'm sure we miss stuff, you know. But there are funny things that you'll see like where a student will have like their Chromebook up and they think just because a Chromebook is up that like tapping rapidly in the middle of the screen makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
When you're not even there's nothing touchscreen you're doing at that moment. And it could be really
Or
ridiculous.
you're not even supposed to be on your Chromebook at that moment.
Right. I don't know. It's kind of irritating to me because I'm like, it's kind of like, oh, is it that uninteresting where the kids not care that much? But I'm going B for this one.
I'm going to go B also because as a teacher, I'm pretty open. Like if a kid tells me I have to let my parents know that I have to get picked up today, I'll
Yeah.
say, okay, go in the hall, take your phone out for 2 seconds. It's fine.
Yeah.
So if it's not something like that, I know you're using it for something silly.
But I'm pretty sure like the category, this category is probably the kids playing like, you know,
Playing games, changing
what's
their
that
music.
new game that's like farm stuff and like, oh my God, it's like a combination of like farm stuff, puzzle stuff, and like, My wife's playing it. I don't know what it's called.
I don't know. The kids like Block Blast.
Block Blast is
Block
a
Blast.
Tetris one, right? That's like the like sort of kind of.
Yeah.
I sound like such an oldie right now. I'm like, it's the Tetris one. Yeah. All right. I'm saying B.
I'm saying B.
Okay, next one is playing games on the Chromebook.
Oh man. Should we get a special guest in this one?
They're pretending they're like slick, right? And they're just like pressing their arrow keys.
All right,
on
listen,
me.
exactly. I will
Yeah.
tell you, no app that we do in school involves the WASDF keys as much as people think that they do. They're trying to be slick. Or you see the arrow keys going nuts, right? I don't know. It seems ridiculous. Like the games aren't even that good. And obviously the kids that are booting up the kids that are booting up like Pokemon on like ROMs and stuff that we obviously know that they're doing. They're like so taken away from what we're doing in school. There's some things you can multitask with, and that feels like it's way past the prime of actually being able to multitask. I hate to be that guy because I love video games, but I'm gonna say A.
So you're saying not that annoying?
Oh wait, hold on a second. I thought the higher the ranking.
Sorry, yeah. So you're saying
okay.
much
Is that
pretty
right?
annoying.
Yeah, I'm borderline S tier because like we'll have downtime in class, right? Like we'll be doing things. I'll be like, okay, you're done with your test. There's nothing else you have to do. We're waiting for people to finish up. Fine, have some downtime. But like the times when it's like really the wrong time. And by the way, Snake is as old as I was younger than you guys when we played Snake. So seeing as I played Snake on my Atari 800 when I was 6, the game's not all that good, and I don't know why you guys are still playing it. So I'm putting it as an A tier.
I'm putting it as an A tier also because you guys literally will play games that you could be reviewing the material, but instead you'll play a GIMP kit where it's like every answer is correct and you're just playing the game. And just like Mr. Heit said, whenever we have downtime, I'm like, oh, you can review for your test next period, or I know you have a math test. And then you're playing Snake.
Yeah, that's questionable.
Also, the kids that run through the hallways to go sit in front of their classroom and play games for 2 seconds is very annoying to me.
That's true. By the way, you know Carmen Sandiego is coming back out again, like within the next couple of weeks. The 40th anniversary. Did you play that as a kid?
No.
Okay. So education games have gone much better. GIMP I know you guys probably are sick of it, but it is a far better opportunity to learn. Right, class? No, they don't know what I'm talking about. All right, never mind. So
Because now they don't want to talk.
they don't want to talk. Of course they don't want to talk.
No.
We wrestle with the room that we record in because we don't have like dividers. So when we're recording a podcast, there's like everyone's trying to like talk a little bit quieter and they're probably 10 feet away. All right.
And also like how like the website names of some of those like to make it like
Oh yeah,
games.
math fun games, whatever it is,
Math
or
fun
like
games.
No, and like some such weird ones. I don't know how
yeah.
they get blocked. I don't know who's blocking some of those websites.
Can I tell you something funny though? Just because like we gotta divulge a little bit because obviously at this point you guys know. So like what we'll do is we'll just sit and wait, and then we'll have Go Guardian up. We'll just like wait, we'll like do, and then we just wait, and then we just kind of like scoop them up like we're going shopping, and then we have all the websites, and then all of a sudden it's like block.
And we have this perfect screen to use whenever we do anything on the Chromebook.
But I would say that 90% of teachers, which is probably not a real percentage at all, but I'm gonna guess most of us don't actually want to look at the screen and see what you guys are doing. We rather just want to like teach and do whatever. The only time we really bust it out is when we know or we're suspicious something's going on. But for the most part, like we're just teaching, and then we look down and we're like, oh, seriously, are they really doing that? But there's some really weird YouTube videos.
Wait,
that
so
people
you
look
guys
at.
can block a website too, or is it
Yeah.
just the?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys can do it.
Mhm.
You guys are mad slow then. Oh my days. Like,
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Well,
Oh, wait.
To be fair, like if you're doing something on the Chromebook and it's due that period and I see that you're playing games, I battle with the should I block it or should I just keep letting it go because you're going to get a 0 at the end of the period.
Right.
So
That's kind of thing,
it
right?
depends what it is. Like if it's a group project and one kid's playing games, then I'm going to block it. Or I'm going to close that tab and stare at them until they look up from their Chromebook and realize I closed their tab.
But you're like going in eighth grade, and it's kind of like the attitude towards high school is like, fine, if you want to waste your time, go for it. Because at the end of the day, the grades count, and you got to figure that out for yourself. But I guess like middle school, we're still kind of trying to like help you guys navigate that a little bit. But yeah, sort of kind of the similar kind of feeling.
Okay, so next up we've got wearing hoodies in class.
personally, this doesn't bother me. Like, I don't know why you guys care so much.
Yeah.
I don't wear hoodies, but like, they're just like cold.
I think it kind of goes to like one of the things that when people are like outside looking in, or people are like assuming that students are like sort of like appearing present and like ready to learn and like giving off the right energy in a classroom, I guess it's kind of like the equivalent of like showing up in like your blanket and going and laying your head on the table. It sort of gives the impression that you're not listening, you're not
Yeah, but
tapped in.
teachers are fine with kids showing up in their pajamas.
Well, that's because you never went to undergrad. In
Yeah,
college.
everybody shows up.
I never get the problem
In
like
their
what's
PJs.
with, like hoodies. Like if somebody is like thinks you're cold or like they're just like got a like bad haircut or something.
Okay,
like
I may
that.
have a hot take. I personally don't really care. It's more so that if like the principal or like my boss walks in, like Mr. Heit is saying, like it doesn't look like the kids are fully engaged, and I feel like it comes back to something when we were in school, like hats and hoods were a no-go.
Mhm.
Like over time, like certain
Kind of things, right?
things have become like very lenient. And even going back to like when I went to school, it was like no hoods, no hats, no headphones, no phones. Like it was very strict, or at least more strict than I feel like it is now.
Yeah.
So I feel like I have to uphold that.
It feels like, yeah, it's almost like we're almost like not 100% sure why. I think it's more like, for me at least, I can't speak for you, but I think for me, it's more of like the general feeling that you get from it. And the feeling to me seems like it gives off the impression you're not really into it. But I will say that I hate to go back to a different tier because I think that like the hoodies, actually long hair and girls too sometimes. Sometimes guys with long hair too. But if you have the hoodies on, it is really easy to try to, well, they think it's easy to try to hide their AirPods.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny because there was a company, I think it was like maybe, gosh, I want to say like 5 years ago now. There was a company that made hoodies and the strings, the drawstrings, they were actually AirPods or they were headphones. So like students
it went
would
through
like,
the wire.
yes, they slide it into their, that's right. So the wire would connect to the bottom, right? They throw their phone in or whatever, like in the pocket. And then it was a wire, and then that would connect into the strings, and the strings were headphones.
And instead of like aglets, which is the name for the plastic piece on the end of a hoodie.
Hold on a second. Wait. You knew what those are called?
Yeah, because there was a Phineas and Ferb episode where they made a whole episode about aglets. Fun
That's
fact.
amazing.
Yeah.
You know you got to name this episode the Aglet episode.
The aglets were like headphone pieces instead, and you would put them in your ears. But also a teacher would be like, why are the strings of your hoodie in your ears?
And then he would just stare at you and you'd be like, all right.
Yeah, be like, okay.
How did they think it was a good idea? Like,
Who, the teachers or the kids?
like the strings in your ears.
Like the company? I don't know. People make up crazy stuff all the time.
I mean, you know how it is. Like when somebody has their hands like sort of like this, like you're leaning on your if you're leaning like on the table, like on your hand, like you're thinking, you could probably, But once again, to be clear, I'm not trying to propose how you would go about hiding things. I'm just saying how people think maybe they're more subtle than they are. Because, it's rarely obvious. It's like almost like if you're
me.
That's because you would never break that trust, Matthew. And you care so much. But I would say hoodies, I go like C, D.
What does it start with again?
Again, S is really bad, and S you don't really care about it.
Yeah.
So out of all these, like this is the lowest, like F. Like
I will say, unless there's someone on some, this is like clothes in general. Unless someone's wearing something that is so blatantly disrespectful or like something maybe that's like, with like swear words or something racist or something that's not, obviously really, really bad. That's different than a hoodie because it's just like what's on the shirt. So I'll say the actual act of wearing a hood is pretty low for me.
yeah, or like a kid that like puts his head down and then pulls his hood over it. I'm like, okay, you're simply taking a nap in class.
Right.
But if you're just sitting there chilling with your hood and like it's just cold or you're comfy, I'm like, do I really want to start this fight right now?
I'm gonna say D because I want to leave room for F just in case.
Okay, so maybe I'll say D.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say D.
it's
So
a
that
good D.
averages out to a
Do a C.
D. All right. The problem that you guys are probably listening at home is that Miss Glauda and I, we're buddies, so we probably are coming across very agreeable to these things, but we'll see. Maybe we'll come across one that we don't totally
All
agree
right,
on.
so we got shouting answers / like random noises. Like they're just like
Like Matthew was just making on the mic.
Wait, so are you talking, or Shai, you gotta break this down for us. Are they talking about random noises and words like skibbity, or are they talking about like just calling out answers like out of turn or like before people get a chance?
Or like
Just calling out
purposely
stuff out of
calling out
turn.
completely incorrect answers.
I mean, no, we already have another one for like
Okay.
like those like
So do you
slang
wanna-
words.
Do you want to say this is somebody like who like
Like
knows
just
the
calling out
answer?
answers, yeah.
Okay.
and like they're doing it for the laughs. Like and like a couple of his friends like good one.
I like how the reenactment of it all is like, hey, good one, friendo.
That was really funny there.
This annoys me.
Yeah.
This does annoy me. I'm gonna say this is for me. This is like I'll shoot first. I'll say this is B for me.
Okay.
Or maybe A. I think A. I'm gonna go A. The reason why I'm gonna say A is because I think first, I think like there's a lot of students that get nervous to like raise their hand in general because it's middle school and it's just like kids are different. And I think it takes away from the chance of someone being brave and like being able to like be involved and maybe takes them a couple extra seconds. So I think that like it shouldn't always be the same people that think they could call out and just, it's all about them. I kind of like when other kids get to have a chance, especially if they don't always get to respond.
Okay, I'm going to disagree with you a little bit. I'm going to say B.
Okay.
Yeah, he said A.
Yeah, I started as B, then I went right to A because I'm like, what?
I'm going to say B just because there's a lot of students that I feel like call out the answer. And then when I give them like the look like, hey, you just like called out again, I can tell in their face they didn't mean to. It's just like some kids get so excited to know the answer. And it's like my class may be the only, I don't know, but my class may be the class where they excel. And they're just so excited that they're excelling that they want to show that.
I can see that. So maybe depending on the class, maybe like depending on the circumstances.
Yeah, depending on the kid too. Like if it's a kid who's doing it all the time and you can tell they have a smirk on their face, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's different.
It's different.
So I guess
B.
High B. Yeah, B.
High B.
Yeah.
B plus.
Let's be real here. Sorry.
So next up, like asking to like leave early. Like some people for like random excuses, either leaving early for school
A.
or
Putting it right now. A.
S. No.
We need to leave early.
No.
Every minute counts, buddy.
Because it's always the same kids.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's usually the kids that in the beginning they ask to go to the bathroom and they'll come back with like their jacket or something from their locker. And I'm like, okay, you just wanted to leave early.
Mm-hmm.
And I completely get it. It's a mosh pit in the hallways. Everyone's scrambling. 4 minutes is not enough time to go to your locker, possibly go to the bathroom and get to class. I get it.
Right.
But it's usually a kid who lied to me about it at first. And it's also like, if they were to have asked me like halfway through the period, can I go grab this from my locker? I probably would have said yes. I don't know. This is like an A tier for me.
Yeah, it's
especially if you teach a period at the end of the day.
Yes.
Or like before lunch.
I think it's probably part of it too. Like for me, I'm going to say that you've convinced me. I was sort of like in B range, but now I'm getting irritated thinking about it. I think the thing that is that I'm in my mind, I'm picturing a student that is like just assuming you should say yes because they just want you to. Like not even like
that's
the
also
fact,
annoying though.
It is because like the thing is like let's be honest, parents, maybe you're listening, children. If you are going to be the student that rolls in the class 4 minutes, 5 minutes late, and then you want to leave 4 or 5 minutes early, now we're talking like 8 to 10 minutes, right? 42-minute period. It's now a 32-minute period for them, and then they've missed stuff. And then the chances are is that they've got to do some catch up, and you're either like they're taking away the time from the students, or they're taking away the time from their neighbors, or there's an assumption that you're gonna have to find a way to catch them up. But I think that like as they get older, as the students are kind of making their way to high school and the grades really are a little bit more prevalent, I think it's kind of going to be like a big eye opening for some students who just kind of had this mentality. So I think I went full grown up on this one. I think I'm going to have to say it bothers me as we're talking about it. It feels A-ish to me.
No, because it's also, when you think about it, it's a learning tool. Like they'll say to me, oh, but I don't have any time before lunch. I have to go now. Or you don't understand. Like I need to go now. It's like, no, this sounds like a you problem.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you need to learn a schedule of when you can go to your locker, when's the best time, what books you should grab, and what you need to be successful for the rest of the day. It's kind of like the same thing as kids coming unprepared to class. It's like you just didn't set out when you need to go to your locker. Like I remember I would literally plan my schedule and be like, okay, this is a good time to go to my locker and I have to grab these 3 binders. And then I should go again this time and swap out these 3 binders. Like it's part of becoming an adult and maturing and planning.
I think like it's that whole like mentality too of like, for me at least, with the idea like when you show up late somewhere, and I feel like I think about this a lot with my own kids, like my own my children. I feel like you going late somewhere, doesn't matter what you say, if you do it once, it's one thing. We do more than once. I think it gives off the impression that your time is more important than the other person's. And I think that whether people intend that or not, I think that wanting to leave early, wanting to show up late is sort of the same vibe.
Yeah.
And I think it gives off that impression and like, impressions are everything, that reaction, that relationship. So I think like when students are more likely to like be there, not pack up and leave, like try to leave right away and like be ready to go, I think it like gives that right impression, and then you kind of have a better relationship, and then you want the student to be more successful instead of always like, oh, what are they going to ask me now to try to like escape,
Yeah.
All right, it's up there. What do we say?
I say
A there. A.
A.
Okay, next up, we've got TikTok dances.
Oh man, I don't even need to grade this one.
Class.
People are just doing it to themselves. This is like the damage is done. Like you're gonna do this, and do you?
It's
Okay,
secondhand embarrassment.
it's really rough.
Even if it's not in school, like in public, when I see younger kids doing it, like in the mall or in a store, I'm just like, it just gives me like the ick, and I don't know what to do.
I know, especially when it's like when you're in an area where like it's like high traffic and people are trying to get by, and then like people are like specifically in the way. So I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things that's so embarrassing that I think it's like one of those things I don't even need to have an opinion because it's going to take care of itself. It is awkward and weird and kind of goofy, but at the same regard, like it's so amusingly strange that I think it doesn't bother me that much, even though I think it's really, really, really weird. I'm going to put it really low on my list because it's kind of one of those things that seems it'll take care of itself. So I'm going to drop it down to, I can't go any lower than this D. I feel weird. I'm going to say D tier. Even though I know that it's laughably weird and awkward, it should probably be an S tier, but it's definitely rocking a D because I feel like years from now, when these guys are like looking back at their phones and they're like, "Oh, I did that." Oof.
I agree that I think it's going to be one of those things like when I was in middle school, the big thing was like putting the feather in your hair, or like having that one piece of hair like a different color.
Yes. Like
now that I look back on it, I'm like, I don't know why I ever did that.
It's like a Marvel thing.
The emo slick down the side of your face, like really, really side bangs.
Oh man.
But when I'm teaching, I want to say it's like a C tier. Just because,
like mid lesson, and they're just like,
yeah,
get someone starts dancing.
Mid lesson, they're just like hitting the whoa or whatever it is. I'm just like, oh, I'm like, I don't know what to do with this.
That's amazing. All right, so what do we say? I said D, and you said
C.
C. So we'll bounce up to a C.
Yeah, I think it's a C.
What's the OG TikTok dance called?
The Renegade.
Is that what it was? Because like that's what everyone tried to copy for a while, right? They were all doing the same dance. Oh, there it is. That's it.
There it is.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's very synchronized. Was it called the Renegade? Yeah, there it is. That was yes, because it was like the reach back and then so like, right. I know, it's so funny.
Okay, next.
But like, look, let's just pause for a second. I just want to say like real fast. I get it. Like we all have our thing. We all had embarrassing things when we were kids. So like, I don't want to make it sound like anything that anyone's doing like now is any worse than we did when we were younger.
Oh no, we used to take an empty water bottle, throw it down the hallway, and go yeet, and we thought it was the most hilarious thing ever. And now looking back, I'm like, that was just annoying.
Yes, yeah. Man, well, don't worry. I come from the generation where everyone's like, "What's up, G?" Not much, G. All right, let's do this. Speaking of letters, let's move on to the next one.
Okay, so like missing work, and like they just make an excuse for it.
Like submit no homework.
Oh,
or
like it's
something
so.
that.
Oh, I can't believe I forgot. It's on my table. I was doing it last night. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, or I forgot it at home. Something like that.
Are they
My dog ate my
trying?
homework, and my dog also
to get
got abducted
credit
by an
for it?
alien.
Yes.
They are trying to get credit for it.
Yeah, but I'll bring it in tomorrow. No, but like half the time we are like we did it, like we genuinely just like forgot it somewhere.
I don't really care. Because if they don't give it to me, then it's their grade.
Yeah, it's sort of like it's all gonna kind of work itself out or not work itself out anyway, because it's right. Like it's gonna be, you need it to study, you need it for the quiz, you need to learn the conceptual stuff. So like if you did it, you're gonna learn it, and if you didn't do it, you're gonna have a hard time. But the only thing is, if we're gonna go over it and go over all the answers, it's kind of hard to give people credit if we already did it. But
That.
besides that, like I mean, it's just is what it is. I mean, just mark it as it's not there, and that's the end of it. But maybe if you were younger, it'd be a different story. But you guys are going to high school. I think we're kind of in 8th grade, at least have that mentality of like, you got it. You don't have it. You don't have it. But we're still moving on. I don't know.
It's not really a big
The
deal.
same
to me.
offenders.
It's just, but if it is the same offenders, I'm like, it's going to affect your grade at the end of the day. So I really.
Yeah.
And then it's like, if someone asked about it. I'm like, well, they missed their homework X amount of times. I don't know what you want me to do.
If it's not like a widespread thing, it's just a couple knuckleheads that just need to get their act together. Not too bad. I mean, it's ridiculous. It doesn't irritate me because it's not about me. I feel like I'm gonna say C.
I'm gonna say B.
B. Moving up. Let's go up to B. I could be flexible. B it is.
Okay, next we've got those like slang words.
Oh. Yes.
We should get like one of you guys to like read them out loud.
Oh man, you know what? I think the ones that I don't know what they are, I hate that because I don't know if I'm like straight up embarrassing myself. I mean, probably I'm already, but I don't care. But I rather not. I don't care about embarrassing myself. I care about saying something that's wildly inappropriate. I don't realize it. So like if something
And not
is
knocking
like,
it down.
yeah, something's like sexual or something's like, racial or something is making fun of somebody, because then I maybe said something that I wouldn't have said if I knew what it meant. If it's something ridiculous, I don't care.
Can you please read out the
Ohio, Skibbity,
Skibbity,
Sigma,
um,
Riz,
Oh God, Pookie. Pookie makes me feel
Pookie.
uncomfortable.
Pookie.
No cap. Oh really? What else is there?
Some of my students were saying Nicholas Jackson for a little bit, and I have
That's a soccer player.
yeah, but I have no idea why.
It's
Oh my
like there was like a
God.
pronunciation video, like Premier League, which is like the English football league, right? And then like they were recording a video on like how to pronounce their names. Like the players would step up behind the green screen and be
And they were just making fun of him.
no, yeah. And like he was
See,
like,
this doesn't seem nice.
and then he said his name like it's like for like the commentators, right? And like people who want to learn how to pronounce his names, and he was like Nicholas Jackson.
I'm also getting a lot of, I got nothing.
Oh, that, and then you got the and then the
And then I'm like, no, you really have nothing because nothing's been done.
right. Oh my God, what's the aura? The aura.
Or
Yeah.
I like they started abbreviating words, so it's like a TSPMOICL and like dead rose emoji.
Nobody says these things really. Nobody says phantom text anymore.
No one cares about that.
Brain rot.
I don't know, but I don't mind it until you're saying it so often.
Like it
Like
means nothing.
if it's a one-time thing, then it's like in context and it's not truly inappropriate. I'm like, okay, like this is just like generational. It's funny.
Yeah.
But when they're saying like I got nothing, like
It feels like the wave. It just
12 times a period,
Yes.
we got problems.
Like if I hear low tape or fade one more time, I'm probably gonna be like,
Oh, yeah.
like, come on, guys, come on. And then they sing it. The younger grades, very funny too. Hear sixth graders like singing it. It is goofy, man. It's really goofy. So, all right. So enough about singing about low taper fades. Glauda, what do we think here? Should we rank this in a specific way? Is it too goofy to give that much credence to, or do you think we should give it a higher ranking?
I think I got to give it a higher ranking. And I think it's always going to be a thing, regardless
Yeah.
of how long or when you're teaching.
It's a bit self-reflective though, right? I think of myself like saying silly things as a kid. Now I'm like, oh, the higher we rank it, the more we have to self-reflect.
But I still find it annoying. I find myself annoying, so it's fine.
Me too. Not you. I feel like myself was annoying. But I think you mentioned something a little while ago, and the thing that I think you brought up was like saying the thing with no point of saying it. It doesn't like relate to a thing anymore. It's just like an automatic trigger
Yes.
response. Like it doesn't actually fit the situation. It's just like blurting out the same phrase like 10 times.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna think of that one when I think of rating it.
I want to go high.
I do too.
You have nothing in an S right now.
Oh, nothing S? Should we land it?
I
Should we
feel
drop
like
in the
this
S
is
tier?
an S.
It's
I'm
an
going
S
to drop
tier.
the S tier.
It's an S tier.
How?
Because you know what?
That annoying.
Be original. Be original, I say.
Imagine you're having a conversation and then someone just goes, Skibbity, Riz, and you're just like this.
Nobody does that
Anyway. Oh, sweetie pie, they still
They do it. Oh, you know what I saw this morning? This might make you feel like worse or better. I don't know. There was an article this morning that was about like the things that millennials are saying they have to be retired. And it was like, I did a thing. It was like adulting. And like, I feel like if we hear them, it's the same thing as like, it's kind of in the same boat.
Adulting is fine.
Right. But if you hear that, what happened? How do you feel when you hear like adulting or I did a thing
Or like, I did a thing.
or doggo?
You guys are weird.
It is weird. It makes me cringe a little bit. Yeah. Right. The doggo one makes me cringe.
No, I did a thing.
Yeah. You feel that?
Or like, the fingers pointing to each other with like,
Wait, millennials also do that?
yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what the article was about. It was about how millennials have overused these things, and the next generation, I guess, namely you guys, or just people in general, like hear them, and now those things maybe should be like sort of retired. So that could be you someday.
It will be you someday.
It will be you. It's not could be. All right. So I think I feel confident in our
I feel confident.
in our A rating.
Okay, so we got our first S tier.
Or S. I'm sorry, I say AF.
We
I
got
messed
our
up.
first
S tier.
S tier. And moving on to eating in class when you're not supposed to.
It's. I think science is worse because it's like you really shouldn't be eating in there.
I mean, in Miss Glauda science, we had a full like Chipotle party, so I'm not
Yes,
sure
but
about
that was after school for an athletic reason.
Right, tables clean, wiped down, athletic. It wasn't like she had like the students had like a beaker in one hand, they were eating
Yes.
like a 6-inch
Yeah.
sub.
And we
in the
had
other.
as much time as we wanted. It wasn't like
Yeah.
I have 40 minutes to clean,
Yeah.
eat and clean up when I have another class coming in. I don't mind the eating if it's clean.
Yes.
It's when I go to open a drawer in the back of the room and it's filled with wrappers on top of the supplies I use.
Okay, but like, what would be clean?
Eating and respectfully throwing out your wrapper.
I think like fruit snacks
Uh,
or something like that would be like something that like you know what it is? It's like if it requires a wet nap or something to clean your hands with to get the residue off in general. Like obviously science isn't a good place to eat, but like in general, if you're eating in class, and I think like as you get older, your schedules get crazy and like sometimes you just have to eat while you're working, whatever. But like I think that there's a distinct difference between things that, like you would eat at your own home, like at your tables, versus like being in a class where like other people are present and like doing their work and stuff. So I'm gonna say things that you maybe wouldn't need like a cleanup in aisle 5 for your hands for, like something that doesn't require a wet nap.
An apple, anything with no crummies, fine. A muffin,
Oh, that's crummies.
an orange where like all the peels are
Like
everywhere.
chips and crackers.
Like you got to be smart about it. Like there are certain things that I just would never eat in a setting like that.
Kind of like assume, like almost like if you were sitting down on a computer, like a shared computer, right? And then you got up and somebody sat back down. If they're grossed out by something that you did before you got there,
You probably shouldn't be eating it.
yeah,
Also, the allergies.
That
that's
too.
important too, of course, yeah. But even just like let's just take the allergies out of it for a second, which obviously is important. But like that level of
Cleanliness.
yes,
And just respect.
this is good. This is good roommate. This is like when you guys, many of you will be going to college and going away. This
And you
is
live in
good
a little
knowledge
cubicle
for
space
smaller than it should be.
where you can literally almost touch the other person in the other bed if you fully extend your arm.
okay, so where would you guys rank this?
I like how we just went over this major tangent. Definitely, not, it's not an S as the other thing, but I think actually it could be.
I say B.
Yeah, I mean,
With the
personally-
right class and the right
Yeah.
respectful kids, they can do it respectfully.
What about the kids that are like the backpack sneak?
The backpack sneak, like when you walk over and you see.
Yeah.
I walked over one time and there were these two girls with a backpack in between their seats, and they had a whole smorgasbord going on, like Tupperware open with like fruits and this, and I'm like, whoa,
Oh, look at they were tailgating your class.
yeah.
And then you also have like the dainty, like the fingers like this, and then the dainty chip grab. That's always entertaining. But
I
all right.
say A or B.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for B. I'm gonna go for B this time. You know what? I'm gonna raise it. I'm gonna go to A. I'm going A.
You don't have to agree with me. You know.
I know you said A.
I said B.
I'm gonna go A because like I think like the times that the mental time, mental times, as opposed to things you don't think. The things that are sticking with me are the times when like they shouldn't be eating, and like you tell them and then they do it 1,000 times anyway. Those are the times when the dainty chip eaters are grabbing out of their bag. So I'm going A.
So I think this goes in an A then?
Yeah.
Okay, next up we've got complaining about homework.
Oh man.
Like, oh, that's too much work you've given, and you know.
Do you think like I think because like you teach a different subject than I do, but I think like there's something to be said about like the homework basically like reinforces and helps you study, or it's just work you didn't get done in class. So like if you're not studying, at least the homework is there to kind of help you learn the stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like if you don't, if the intention of the homework is to help you learn the material to reinforce it to study, and people are like complaining about it,
Then it's
then it's
annoying.
probably the same students that aren't doing the studying at home anyway. But I think like,
But if it's busy work,
yeah,
I completely understand the kids complaining. I personally do my best to not give homework unless I think it has the purpose
Meaningful.
that you're explaining.
yeah. But it seems like in general, kids complaining.
But regardless, I'm still going to assign the homework. So I put this at like a C or a D because I don't really care.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's going to get assigned.
I'm just sitting there. I'm like, meh.
I'm just like, that sounds like a you problem. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to C tier. But the sad thing is, I think the kids that like don't take it seriously are usually the ones that wait too late to figure it out, and then they get to high school and they're like, oh, I wish I learned how to study earlier. So I'll go C. C tier for me.
And Ms. Glauda, you said D?
Yeah.
So I think let's go to D.
D. All right.
So, okay, so the last one is, which if I was a teacher, it would have been an S for me. It is having to repeat yourself multiple times.
S tier.
S tier.
Yep. I don't even think this needs an explanation.
No. Wait, what was that?
What'd
Just
you say?
kidding. All right. S tier. S tier. S tier. Well, this has been fun. I hope we didn't come across too curmudgeon-y, but I think that, like, you know, from the perspective of like our attitudes to our students, I think you gotta know what you get. You know, we like you guys.
All right, thank you, Miss Glauda. Thank you for coming on, and we're gonna announce the rankings.
Okay, so at S tier, we've got slang words and having to repeat yourself. At A, we've got playing games on your Chromebook and asking to leave early and eating in class. At B, we've got hiding the phone behind the Chromebook, asking too many questions, and missing work. At C, we've got wearing AirPods.
Questions, it's like saying like the wrong answers and stuff like that.
Yeah, like calling out. And so at C, we've got wearing AirPods, cheating on a test, and TikTok dances. At D, we've got wearing hoodies and complaining about homework. And nothing at F tier, so we're pretty annoying apparently.
Not at all.
All right.
Okay, so we're gonna kick the teachers out of here, and we're gonna have a discussion now on where we would rank this stuff on the other side. Okay, so Shai and Matthew, were you guys shocked about any of the stuff that they ranked?
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, I thought they would put like cheating on a test higher.
Yeah, and missing homework also.
Yeah, me too. Like, if missing homework is at a D, then I would miss homework like quite a bit. Like last night, I had a homework for social studies. I did that at like 11:30. Like I was like sleeping.
Like if they put a D, to be like, Miss Glauda, you said like on the podcast, like, you ranked it a D. It doesn't annoy you as much. Like, just like let me get away with this for once. You know?
As far as Ms. Glauda's not my teacher. I just wish.
Oh really?
I have Miss Glauda.
Yeah, Shai is Ms. Glauda.
And like I was surprised that like slang words annoyed them as much as it did.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't surprised about that.
No,
The
like,
one I was like least surprised about is having to repeat yourself at S.
Yeah,
like,
that was, yeah.
teachers want respect after all. Like, I feel like that was a really overall good ranking. Now I can use this as like a base
I also
standard.
thought TikTok dances would be a lot higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
No, but it's more embarrassing for us than
Yeah, that's fair.
than teachers to just watch. Anyways, that was a really nice ranking. We got to hear Miss Glauda and Mr. Heit just talk and talk and talk.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
Like, I don't get why hoodies is... I mean, yeah, they put hoodies at, like, a D, but if I was a teacher, it would be an F for me. Because, like,
Okay, we had no F tiers.
yeah, we had no F tiers.
Yeah.
Like, in our school rules, like, you're not allowed to wear a
Yeah.
hoodie, but sometimes
I
it's
think
just...
a lot of schools don't allow you to wear a hoodie.
Yeah, well, I don't get that, though. Like, somebody has a bad like, haircut. They just want to, like, cover their
Exactly.
head. Like, what's annoying about that?
So
And
that was-
asking to leave early was at an A, which I was a little surprised about. Because, like,
Also, it's their loss.
yeah, exactly. It doesn't, and it's their job to make it up. If they don't, they get an F. It doesn't affect you.
Yeah. But then again, a lot of this ties back into like respect for your teachers.
Definitely, and we should give them that. They're the ones like giving us the education. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And missing work, I think B is, like, fair for that. But I thought it could be an A. It was pretty, like, not too shocking, like, as rankings.
Yeah.
Some of those items there were pretty shocking, like cheating on a test at C, and so was missing homework at D. And having to, and the two at S were like, I understand. Like, I
Yeah,
thought
those are understandable.
but I thought TikTok dances would be much higher.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we're just about time on this show. And Shai, where can you find us?
Information about the show and more can be found on Twitter and Instagram with the name @Herricks Studios. If you would like to send in questions, feedback, or have an idea for a topic, please check the show notes on how you can get in touch with our show. You can find this podcast on your favorite app by searching for Herricks Studios. If you would like to leave us a review, and we might read it on the show.
This podcast is a production of Herricks Studios with Mr. Heit and the Content Creation Foundation's 8th grade elective. The views and opinions expressed in these recordings do not necessarily reflect the views or position of Herricks School District.